You would think a high-profile match with the World Heavyweight Champion would solidify my status in WWE, right? Nope. Just a few months later, I was released. For those of you keeping track at home, this was the second time I was released by WWE. I thought this time I might be done with WWE for good. But not long after my release, I returned at SummerSlam. When WWE called me, they said, hey, if you want to come back, it's for the main event of SummerSlam. Main eventing SummerSlam, it's just super cool. Old school pay-per-views still holds special meaning. Not long after SummerSlam, my strained relationship with The Miz picked up right where it left off.
Let me tell you something. I'm the pro. I am the talent.
The Miz is almost a perfect adversary for me because we are so polar opposite. The one thing I do respect about Miz, he works very, very hard.
You and me, U.S. Championship match. Yes or no? Yes.
We had our first match against each other at Night of Champions 2010 for the United States title.
Look at the Miz. He's worked hard, he's charismatic, he's smart, he's Mr. Money in the Bank, and he's the United States champion.
Well, Michael, he may not be one of those things if he lands in Daniel Bryan's label lock.
Bryan faced Miz in a submission match on Raw, and he made Miz tap faster than a heavy metal drummer. If that happens tonight, we'll have a new United States champion.
Miz was saving himself.
It's got to be hard to rebound from that one. Daniel Bryan with a great offensive show.
His drop kick finds the mark.
Now we have Daniel Bryan on the attack.
Up and over with a suplex. Between his championship, his briefcase, and his media obligations, Miz is slipping just a little here. He'll bounce back.
Offense like this is exactly how a competitor takes control of a match. Work is being put in by Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan with a great offensive show. He's going for it all. Work is being put in by Daniel Bryan. He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Cover here. And the champ kicks out.
Yeah, this early, no chance. Daniel Bryan may only be 8 months into his WWE career, but this is a decade-long journey for Bryan that could lead to his first taste of WWE gold here at Night of Champions.
It was March of 2000 when Daniel Bryan made his debut on the independent scene under the wing of Shawn Michaels, and we might see Bryan make his first strides towards HBK-level success if he can defeat The Miz tonight.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Gets him with a kick. Just driven down with such power, guys.
No!
The Miz was able to get out of the way there. And it's Bryan showing some agility.
Oh, elbow goes down hard. I can't believe that Daniel Bryan even has a championship match here tonight. He basically quit NXT, becoming the first person to win.
What happens if The Miz comes up short here tonight against Daniel Bryan?
Well, it hasn't happened yet, has it, Byron?
Could be on the verge of occurring. Daniel Bryan from the top rope. Miz is in trouble.
Yeah, but look at The Miz fight back. What a warrior. Oh, no!
Great wherewithal from The Miz. Daniel Bryan hung out to dry.
Boom! Oh, no!
Just like that, The Miz has turned the tides in this matchup.
This is what I'm talking about. Can he score the pin? You're not going to win any matches that easily.
Still too fresh. The majority of the WWE Universe here tonight is trying to will Daniel Bryan back into this matchup.
Corey, that's because a lot more people relate to Daniel Bryan than they do The Miz.
Relate to Daniel Bryan? How can he relate to a guy who doesn't own a TV or eat meat?
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle. This guy can go toe-to-toe with anybody. Ooh!
And it's Bryan showing some agility.
Using all his power to drive him to the mat.
The Miz's grasp on the United States Championship is slowly slipping away.
No! Miz can't lose here tonight! Not like this! Right to the face.
When this guy's on, look out.
Uh-oh, Bryan looking for it.
Lapel lock, the lapel lock is in.
The Miz getting outclassed here tonight, guys.
All that's left now is for Daniel Bryan to finish this.
He did it! Daniel Bryan is U.S. champion!
No, it can't be.
From the opening bell, this match was one for the ages. I'm almost speechless. Almost.
Here is your winner and the new United States champion, Daniel Bryan.
That was a fluke. The Miz slipped and Daniel Bryan somehow took advantage.
A long road for Daniel Bryan leads to the United States title.
There's few things more humiliating than tapping out to your opponent.
And I'll tell you, the roof nearly blew off this place in Rosemont, and the bell finally rang to end this one.
After I defeated The Miz, my WWE career really started to take off. I won the Money in the Bank briefcase and then cashed it in to beat The Big Show for my first World Heavyweight Championship.
Can you believe it? Daniel Bryan is the new World Heavyweight Champion.
But for every step forward, it seemed like I took 2 steps back. One was pretty big. When at WrestleMania in 2012, I lost the world title in just 18 seconds.
Oh, man! A rope kick by Sheamus! Oh, my God! Sheamus is the world champion! That may be one of the fastest title changes in the history of WrestleMania!
After that, I was angry and wanted to blame a lot of people for my failure. But it actually led to one of the most enjoyable times of my career.
Daniel Bryan's forced to go to anger management with that man.
No!
I formed an unlikely partnership with Kane.
Shut your mouth right now. The devil's favorite demon is nothing without the world's toughest vegan. No!
Kane is one of my favorite people. We almost have the same sense of humor.
Daniel Bryan and Kane hugging out tonight. This is the most awkward and weird thing I've ever seen. There we go. Yes, they hugged it out. Anger management, I believe, has been a success.
We just had a lot of fun.
We watch each other's back. Team Hell No style.
We had our first shot at the Tag Team Championships when we faced Kofi Kingston and R-Truth at Night of Champions in 2012.
That's how you move up the ladder here in WWE.
We're in Boston in a building where many great champions have been crowned, and right now, the tag team titles are on the line. The champions, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth against the unlikely team of Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Talk about an odd couple, Michael. With everything we've seen from Bryan and Kane in the past few weeks, I gotta wonder if Dr. Shelby's anger management therapy can turn these two into a cohesive unit.
What do you know about therapists, Saxton? They've been thrusted into this position while the champions have been centered around their teamwork for the past 5 months. Kane and Bryan only have anger management in common. I wouldn't call that a building block towards tag team titles.
Now we have Kane on the attack.
Oh, alley-oop powerbomb.
That might be it.
Kofi Kingston with the offense.
Oh, goodness.
Jam your leg in a bad way.
We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe. Oh, I think this man means business.
You know, Byron, Kane and Daniel Bryan almost accidentally stumbled into this title opportunity when they defeated the prime-time players on last week's Raw.
I can tell you it was no accident when Kane delivered a hateful chokeslam on Bryan. It just so happened that Daniel landed on their opponent long enough to gain the pinfall. I can't foresee that being the outcome against the champions, though.
He's inflicting some serious pain here. Oh, I think this man means business. Chopped down with the axe handle.
Oh, the
Up and
Looks like he's pinpointing the back. R-Truth with the offense.
clothesline in the corner. Stump puller leg snap.
that's going to hurt. Tear your hamstring.
You know, I have to say, I have seen some progress in Kane and Daniel Bryan's anger management. I don't think they are all the way there, but there's been definite progress.
I see it too, Michael. We don't see Daniel screaming in the face of fans anymore. He's keeping his composure pretty well. And Kane, well, Kane is still Kane. There is some deep-rooted trouble within that monster.
Zeroing in on the chest.
Now that's how you make a statement.
In comparing Daniel Bryan and Kane's progress in therapy, I think there are two different cases. Bryan had an emotional breakdown brought on by the WWE Universe, whereas Kane has just been sick and demented since birth.
Well, one of those things for sure. They're both off the rocker in my estimation.
Great job, Dr. Cole.
Oh, and a boot to the face.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oh, got him with a big boot.
On the mark.
Kane showing some expert prowess here.
Here comes.
That was simply amazing.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Running power slam.
Kane making a statement as we speak.
Daniel Bryan has so much on his mind right now. He was ballistic in a WWE2K19 interview. The problem is Daniel Bryan, he's a great competitor, but this crowd constantly distracts him. How can anybody do their work when this is going on?
Well, it's absolutely unfair. Bryan has to keep his anger in check while hearing the WWE Universe mock him. And then he also has to focus on his opponent. It's a lot to handle.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
We touched on how much is going through Daniel Bryan's head right now. Again, this all started when Daniel Bryan thought the fans were embracing him. And then when he realized they were actually, he goes for the cover.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Real nicely done. I can't believe he's in this.
Too early in the match to end it.
Putting it all on the line. Clothesline!
Well, that'll leave a mark.
So, Michael, let me ask you, did Daniel Bryan's anger management issues begin way back in April at WrestleMania, when Bryan, who was World Heavyweight Champion at the time, lost his title to Sheamus in a record 18 seconds? It's been haunting Daniel Bryan for months.
Yes, it did. Listen, Daniel Bryan confessed that WrestleMania was the most embarrassing moment of his whole life, and that's including the time his fiancée left him at the altar. Come to think of it, that was this year, too. I can't blame Daniel for feeling some stress.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
His drop kick connects.
And R-Truth evades that one.
R-Truth with the offense. And that's the tag to Kofi Kingston.
Ever since Kofi and R-Truth became allies, they've been on a tear in WWE. They know how to work together as a tag team. Then on the other side of the ring, judging from the last few weeks, Kane and Daniel Bryan are far from being on the same page.
Same page. Daniel and Kane aren't even... Here comes Daniel Bryan sending Kingston across the ring.
And Daniel Bryan looking to put Kofi Kingston away for the tag team titles. Drop kick. Kingston's in trouble.
The
Kane
champs are in peril. The Big Red Machine making the long climb to the top rope.
I don't think Bryan wanted Kane to make the tag.
No, not at all. He felt like he was in control, and now Kane is heading up top.
It's just a matter of time till this team implodes. We know they can't stand each other.
Kofi Kingston.
Look at Bryan. Bryan is hanging onto the ankle of Kane.
Kingston.
Crash and burn.
And now Daniel Bryan. Shoved away by Kane.
This is hilarious.
Bryan with a shot to Kane.
What is
And
happening?
there's Kane off the top rope. Splash into a cover. New tag team champions.
Oh my God.
No way.
Yes way.
I cannot believe what we just saw.
What we just saw is two men in Kane and Daniel Bryan, who can't stand each other, but now they're tag team champions.
Kane can't believe it. Daniel Bryan is celebrating.
No amount of therapy could have prepared the WWE Universe for this. This is going to be a disaster.
Can you imagine Kane and Daniel Bryan as tag team champions?
You don't have to imagine it. It's a reality.
And it's weird.
I guess anger management worked, well, at least somewhat, right?
Team champions! I am the tag team champions! I am the tag
And look at
team
this.
Can't even agree who the real champion is.
Well, it's both of them, Byron.
Tag team champions! I am the tag team champions!
This is going to be interesting to watch. There's obviously no argument here. They both won the titles.
They can't even enjoy the victory together.
Oh, watch out.
The Big Red Machine certainly not pleased with the situation, but he can call himself one half of the tag team champions.
Great offense by Kofi Kingston.